Right guys, Shay here, and even about to hope you guys are well. So today is the 1st of November 2020, which means a 1 day away from the start of the South African 4-day domestic competition. And yeah, my team, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins, are playing the Lions, the Imperial Lions, at home at Kingsmead, and I cannot wait. So yeah, I've not done a video for quite some time. I've been incredibly busy at the moment launching my new business. So I've just been off the radar for the last few weeks. I did some videos a few weeks ago and then just had another gap. But I'm hoping to get videos started back up again from this week, starting with today. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, we have obviously said Dolphins playing. I am very excited about this. I mean, I haven't been this excited about a Dolphins domestic season for quite some time. We have a very good team that's obviously been assembled. The squad's been assembled, you could say. You know, the three signings with Otto Bartman, Rwanda Swat, and Keegan Peters in particular look very astute signings that have been made. Disappointed a little bit, obviously. I mentioned before about Makhanya leaving, and I'll get to that a little bit in terms of our selection, the squad for this upcoming 4-day match. We're playing against the Lions, I mentioned before. It's part of Pool B, I believe, is with Pool B with the Knights. So we're playing both teams twice, and then we do a cross-pool match against Warriors, Titans, and the Cobras. Play those three teams once, so there's 7 games in total, and the winners will be crowned in February next year, 2021. So anyway, I mean, listen, the Lions. I just watched a little bit of the Cricket Fanatics magazine podcast a little bit earlier on, and they were waxing lyrical about the Lions, and rightly so, because they are looking extremely strong. I mean, I was pretty afraid when I saw that they signed Magala and Sipamla this year, along with Makako from Cobras, who have 3 very accomplished bowlers, especially the first 2. They're looking very strong. They could put out 2 quality sides, as I mentioned there. It's true. They've got a wealth of talent, a lot of current Proteas and future Proteas, I believe, as well, in the squad. That being said, it's still 11 players on the pitch, and sometimes these things can work against you when you have so many good players. Yes, obviously, squad rotation is important because they lose players to international call-ups and they'll bring people in, but it's not always so simple as that. People may not have, with so much competition, you have maybe ego issues. Yeah, I mean, we obviously got there a fairly relatively new coach this level in Wandile Guavu. We'll see how he can kind of cope with such an array of talent at his disposal, because you're going to be keeping really high-class players out in the cold. And then if one player doesn't perform, then obviously the person comes in, you get chopping and changing, with fluidity. Sometimes when you have less options, you can actually create consistency and give players breathing space to feel comfortable in their role and perform to the best of their ability, as opposed to having so many stars in your squad, knowing that one of the players who picked that game, if they perform poorly, they know a quality players behind them. That can work both ways. Obviously, you can keep people on their toes, of course. They can always have 11 quality players in the park. But my point is, Lions such a high quality squad in their ranks. It doesn't mean they're going to win. I mean, obviously I'm maybe a little bit biased, but I do feel that a lot of the outfits this year, a lot of the franchises, are looking very strong, actually. I think it's actually going to be one of the best franchise competitions that we'll see in some time. A lot of Proteas available as well, which is great to see, which obviously is going to improve the standard of the competition. So yeah, I'm quite hopeful that we're going to have a competitive series. Obviously, the Lions won it last time. We finished 5th, unfortunately, but then we had a really good second half of the series. We started poorly, which is something we really need to make sure we don't do this time around. We couldn't buy win first few games. It was only in the second half of the tournament it really started to improve under Imran Khan. But I do believe that this game will not be, if people from the outside think this could be quite a wide gap between the sides, I don't think so. That being said, let's get into the team. So I'm not going to talk too much about Lions. I think that's obviously for Lions fans to go through, but we know a lot of the quality they have. Obviously, Ras van der Dusen, Bavuma, the Hendricks, Dominic and Reza Hendricks, Joshua Richards is there as well. Then you also got Nick van den Berg. Then you got the balls you mentioned. There's a high quality outfit. I'm not sure if VM Muld's fit. If he is, great to see him there as well from a Pro Team perspective. So if we go through the 14 players for the Dolphins, I'll just reel them off now. We've got Captain Marcus Ackerman, Darren Dupavillon, Lee Frantanzi, Ruben de Swart, Kerwin Mungru, Otniel Bartman, Prinel O'Brien, Kesha Maraj, and Dila Pepakwayo. Senuru Mutasami, Khaya Zondo, Keegan Peterson, Sarah Loya, Grant Rollerson. Now, I'm not sure I said before earlier on, but I have to edit this video a little bit, but it's going to rain basically in Durban tomorrow. So depending on the rain comes, if it comes in later in the day, I personally would elect to bat if we win the toss, try and weather the storm, no pun intended obviously, and just try and get a bat, try to somehow see out a new ball against the likes of Bjorn Hendricks, Sipamla and Magala, and get through to Tuesday where the forecast is much better. Tuesday and Wednesday look good batting days, solid batting days, sunshine, 25, 26 degrees. So I'll be looking to do that. I think we can get through, so depending on the weather, when the rain's going to come down, because if it's forecast early, then we tend to have a ball. But if we go with the 14 players, you look at our squad, the top 4 pick themselves. Irwin and Rolson will open, Keegan Peterson at 3, fantastic, and then Marcus Ackerman at 4. Then you've got the 3 Black African players who will obviously play. There's only 3 Black Africans in the squad. They're all going to play as part of the regulations, obviously for the as per the rulings for the competition. So that's Lee Tanzi, and then you've got Pepakwayo and Zondo. So Lee Tanzi, let's say, opens with Dubavillon. That opens the bowling. So those 2 will play. Then you've got your 2 spinners in Mirage and Sobrian. That's your 4-man attack, and Pepakwayo. That means there's no room for Bartman, Mungru, and Ruan de Swart. Which, to be honest with you, I'm not that comfortable with, to be completely honest. Lee Tanzi looks very, very handy as a bowler. What I've seen, limited of what I've seen of him. I know Khalid from Cricket Mathematics magazine has waxed lyrical about them. I think some of the Kaima Jolo competition, and has talked very highly about him. He looks a guy, tall, strapping, good shape, big into fitness, as he mentioned at the pre-competition conference he had at Kingsmead a few days ago, which is really good to watch actually if you saw it. But if Lee Tanzi bowls, opens the bowling with Dubavillon, Pepakwayo as your first change with Sobrian, then obviously that's your 5-man attack. If you just go through that, so you're going to have Ackerman, as I mentioned, Ackerman, Irmia, Rollerson, Peterson, and then you've got Zondo at 5, and then you've got obviously, I imagine if you did pick obviously Pepakwayo and Ruben de Swart at 6 and 7, there's no Mutasami, you've got no Mungru and no Bartman. So then me personally, I think Mutasami will play, personally, and Ruben de Swart won't play. So I think Mutasami could bat at 6, or maybe him at 5, Zondo at 6. I think probably the way around. And then Pepakwayo at 7. I think 6 is too high a place for Pepakwayo. You don't really need 6 bowling options as well. I don't think there's a place for both De Swart and Pepakwayo. That being said, obviously, Mutasami is obviously a bowling option as well. He's an all-rounder. He's a batting all-rounder, really, even though he's performed better with the ball. I think he would say he's probably a batting all-rounder. And I think he's got the capabilities to bat long and do well in the 4-day competition, as he's shown in glimpses in previous times. So I think that Mutasami will get the nod to say there's no Bartman, no De Swart, and no getting confused all the time, aren't I? So you say no De Swart, no Mungru, and no Bartman. So I have to say Ntanzi and Dubavillon, are they good enough along with Pepakwayo as a trio of seamers to take 20 wickets? I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. I personally like Mungru to play, but then that means you have a Dubavillon, which won't happen. I highly, highly doubt it. So I mean, it's tough. It's interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Unless he goes with Bartman, I personally think that it'll be a case of the swap, and Bartman and Mungru will not play, and that's the team you go through, and they'll go through with the Sami will be there as well. But I wouldn't be angry at all if Ruan de Swart plays ahead of Mutasami. I mean, he averaged over 50 for Easterns last year. He's a very capable batsman. He's very much a batting all-rounder. He could play 6, Pepakwayo at 7, so before 2 spinners, and Tanzi and Dubavillon 10-11. So that's it. That's my team really for tomorrow. The depending on the track, obviously, I think they'll toss up between the Swart and with the Sami, so we'll see. That's it for me, guys, really. So yeah, if you enjoy the content, please do like the video. I hope to see a few more. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And hopefully I will see you on the next one. Cheers.